Welcome. You are into the Unit 2 makeITsimpleTT walkthrough. I would guess that you probably watched the Unit 1 probably last year, or you probably just finished watching Unit 1 and you just decide, well, I'm going to continue to watch Unit 2 once I'll know what I have to do. Either way, you're here, and our journey is going to take us through the Unit 2 IA. So let me just explain a little bit about what the Unit 2 IA is about before we actually start. And I want you to understand that this part of the course, or makeITT, is practical. So there's not much write-up, even though there are things that you have to write up, and they tend to give a lot of problems to some students based on the examiner's report. So I'll be using the same examiner's reports, the same information that I had for Unit 1. The same examiner's reports have information about Unit 2, and it tends to be a little clearer about what is expected in Unit 2, so you get a better chance of what to look for. So our goal is going to be get the write-up done in the first few videos, and then I'm going to show you how to actually build the websites and build a database. So it'll be 2 videos because I need to show you the 2 directions I could go, which I would have told you this in Unit 1, that your solutions must go down the route of either a website or a database. So there'll be the practical aspect of both sides. So in the write-up, I will be showing you both sides of the fence. So I'll give you the write-up for our website, the write-up for our database, and some of the things that you have to include to make sure that you get your marks. So Unit 2 IA, yeah, it's really not that hard. You just really have to spend time and pay attention to the finer details when you're building the website and building the database to make sure that you cover the marks that they require. And of course, there's always some things that are not said in the syllabus, so that's what the examiner's reports are there for, and my experience in marking them and doing them. So let's go into the Unit 2. Alright, so you made it to the actual building of the website, and now we're going to actually try to build the website, which is going to take us some time. So I'll try to get this video in under an hour, speed up whatever parts I need to speed up and cut off whatever parts I need to cut off. But basically, yeah, we're going to open up Notepad++. Don't worry about all my random tabs that I have here, right? So I'm using Notepad++ to build it because Notepad++ gives you, like, you know, the colors. There's another program called Brackets. You could use that too. If you're using Visual Studio Code, you could use Visual Studio Code too. All that doesn't matter. And we're going to build it in HTML. It is alleged that that CXC will allow you to build your website using what should I say, content management system or a already established tool like Google Sites or Wix or WordPress or whatnot. It is alleged, but I just don't want to take the risk, and then when you submit your IA, they tell you that it's not complex enough because they didn't use the tools properly and all that kind of thing. So we will just do it in HTML, but I'll show you all how we could do it in HTML and live. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to your settings, you want to go to language and make sure you're H and you have one HTML, right? Make sure the language is on HTML so that you'll get the appropriate colors. Now I am not saying at all that you could go and find a template, and there's a link in the this YouTube video to show you a template for a website that you can use on a like this. And I'm saying that you could do that, or you could right click on a page and go to view page source and see all of the code there, and do Control-A, copy all of that code, and then go to your Notepad++ and paste all of that code. I'm not saying that you could do that, just letting you know that. I mean, if you do that, you do that. That's up to you. So what we're going to do, we'll put this code on the left-hand side here, and then we will put the website on the right, right? So what you'd realize is that there are, well, in my website, I try to build a cafeteria menu option place, right? So that people can see the menus in advance and order it. So let's look back at my problem definition, because this is going to make a big difference to how you're going to solve the problem. The problem definition says that there's a problem. Spend a large amount of time reading what is written on the chalkboard outside the cafeteria and at least a long line. So you want to be able to show them their menu in a quick space of time. So we basically go and create our website that will talk about the cafeteria. So what you will see based on the, I don't know, the code that I have here, wherever you sourced it, right? I have all the information for the HTML, which will be the doc type and all that other stuff that is normally put at the head. And the first thing I want to edit is my title. I don't want the title to say whatever I have here. I mean, you could type up all this by yourself, eh? You could. It's cool. So I'll put this as make it simple. Make it simple TT cafeteria. Let's see if that works. Control S, and then just go and refresh on this side here. Oh, let's save it. Where do I save this? Save this to libraries. Yeah, this you can take this out of the video. HNZ 6 information technology upper 6 sample IE website and yeah. Alright, so let's see what's going on here. When I refresh, will it change on top? Yes, it changed on top to make it simple, whatever. Alright, and then we have a span tag. We have a div. The reason for a div is because we have these words on top here. So I want to change this to make it simple TT and then cafeteria. Let's see what will happen. Control and S to save. Refresh. Ta-da! Make it simple cafeteria is right there. Good. Do I want to see a template by Brian Smith? No, thank you very much, Brian Smith. But do I have to? Right. So I'm going to modify the code to meet my needs. This is totally within the realm of understanding, because a lot of teachers will give students like a code snippet or like a template to work with and be like, here's a good website template, use this for your website, go and make sure you type up your HTML code properly, and that's perfectly normal. So you should do that. Unless you're in a position where you could type up all the HTML by yourself, good, you do that too. Doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, there's only print screens going to go up, and they most likely not even going to open your real website. If they do open your real website, then it should match what you have on your print screens. So we'll change this to the cafeteria that meets your needs. Change that. Boom. Right, make it simple TT cafeteria that meets your needs. Wow. That went well. Alright, so now we want to change this background image here. This background image is looking cringy. So the background image that we have, it is somewhere here. Where is it? If you're not too sure what is going on the site, you can just right click on it and go to inspect. And when you click on inspect, just click on the part that you want to change, and it will show you what you're dealing with. So this is div cafeteria. Where's the actual image? The image is inside the div. Oh. Right, so we have an ID for main pick. Right. So the way how this is done, there is an ID for the page. Now, because there's an ID for the page, you could have a CSS file, right? So I'm just showing you all that even if you have a template, you have to be able to understand what's going on in the template. So I'm going to open up the CSS file now and show you. So let's go with a new file. Open the CSS file. Alright, so the CSS file has a body, a margin, and then a main pick. Main pick 1, main pick 2, and a lot of stuff right here. And the body has been set to have a background image of background.png. So if I look inside the folder, and you'll see there a folder called images. Images will show you the background is actually this. Wow, that's really weird. And then main pick is defined here inside the CSS as the image called main.jpg. So if I replace this main.jpg here, that means the image will change. So to replace the image, just get a cafeteria image. Cafeteria images. Alright, let me just take this random one here. Save image as. And I want to get it into the images folder, and I want to put it by main.jpg. Let's see what will happen if I replace that. Yes, I want to replace it. Let's see what will happen now that I've changed the main pick Yay! There's an image there. But obviously the image is not sized properly. And I don't like that, so yeah. Okay. So it will be a good thing before you go into, like, you know, you go into the code of the website. Where the code for the website come? Oh, right here. Yeah. Before you go into the code of the website and all this stuff, you can go inside the CSS file and get your colors to match where you need to match. Whatever colors you use, it's good for you, yes, good for you. I'm letting you all know that the real nitty-gritty designing of the website and thing and trying to make sure colors and everything match and all that stuff, there is a kind of bias towards functionality more than design for the website. So let's make sure we have the functional things, and I'll show you all the marks after, right? So inside the CSS file, now you can do inline CSS. Inline CSS is when you do the CSS inside the actual thing here, or you could reference the CSS file. You should learn this in Unit 2, so you can reference the CSS file and get the images here, right? Not get the images, but the style sheet for this particular website will be there. So in my CSS, I have that the body, everything in the body is going to be 12-point Arial, Helvetica, sans serif, size 13. This color here. Alright, so this color here is what is going to be how your website is going to look. So I'm going to make the background of the website totally white. So let's put FFFFF. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that should be it. Let's see what happens. Will the background change to white? Yes, the background changes to white. I like that better. What other color do I want to change? Should I want to change anything else? No. Heading 1 and heading 2. That could stay like that. The menu. I don't like how that menu looking. I'll leave it for now. Content. Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, so yeah, so for this CSS file, it's still in green. You could leave it in green if you want. Nobody is going to be unhappy with you for that. So I'm going back to the HTML now. So on the HTML, I wonder if the zoom will work. Yeah, on the HTML, right. I want to change the words there, and now I have the menu items. So the first one should be home, next one should be about, and the next one should be named menu or something like that. Menu items. Now, according to the syllabus, all you need is 3 things, right? So what's the syllabus here? The syllabus says you should have appropriate use of IT tools. Well, we're using the Notepad++ properly, so you'll get marks for that. Human-computer interface, logical and friendly user navigation with appropriate labeling. So that's what we're doing right now. We're labeling all the different parts of the page. Limited navigation available. Appropriate use of feature tools. This is relevant features. I think this will be hyperlinks, basically. Right. Now working solution websites. Minimum of 3 pages. It must have 3 pages. Home page must possess the standard features, logo, banner, title, and navigation links. Let's look at our home page. Do we have a logo? Banner. We don't have a logo, so we have to put a logo in. Where do I put that logo in? Alright, so I'll put it inside. I'll put it in right here. Yeah. Where I'm going to put this image by? Put it on the right hand side. Yeah, I should put the image inside there. Is there a logo for the cafeteria? Nope. So let's go find a cafeteria logo. Cafeteria logo. Yep, I'll just choose anyone. Doesn't matter. Oh, that one too huge. That one too big. Pinterest not really working out too well. Jeez, they're making my life hard, boy. It's not even coffee you're looking for. Just looking for a normal cafeteria. We will live with this, yes. Alright, save image as, and I'm going to name it as logo.jpg. Right, so now I'm going to what should I do? I want to put it inside this div. So we have this div inside here. So I'll just put the image one time. It will come out kind of weird if I do that. Yeah, there you go. Image. So open the image tag, close the image tag. Alright, so we open the image tag, we close the image tag. What is the image that I want to put in? I want to put in, I'm totally not Googling how to put an image. Clearly not. Yeah, source, right? Image source is equal to images what's the name of the folder? The name of the folder that I have the images in is images, right? Images / logo.jpg. Quotes. Yeah. I don't think you have to close the image tag like that. That's supposed to be correct there. What will that do? Nothing. Oh, image. Image, open and close. Right, good. Now that should make sense. Let's see what will happen. Oh my goodness, that is bad. That's really bad. It take up all the space. Let's not do that. So let's set this, the width. Width will be equal to 100. Height will be equal to 100. Yeah, let's call that George there. Let's see what happens. Refresh. Nice, good. So the image went on the top right hand side there, top left hand side. All I probably have to do is change the font size, right? So the image is on the top, the icon is on the top left hand side. The word there. This picture here, I could probably center that or change the picture to a white picture. If I change the picture to a white picture, it'll be a little easier. Yeah, it might be a little easier, right? But for now, just focus on having important things. You have the logo in, you have the text on top, you have an image on top. That is what your marks are going to be checked for. Logo or banner, title, and navigation link. So I have a logo and a banner. So if they decide they want to cause a problem, then we have both of them, right? But you can just put one alone. The banner will be the picture that's on top, right? Title and navigation links, right? Good. So we have a title. The title is inside. You can clearly see that the title is there, and if you look at the top of the tab, it's the title is there. Make it simple, cafeteria, right? Right. So navigation now. We have home, about. Zoom in a little bit. Home, about, menu items, and I don't know. Let's be a little while and put place order. Place order, right? So I'm going to take out all these other contact and design. Right? We don't need contact. We don't need design. We need contact, right? So I will do that. Now, what you realize is that inside this tab here, I don't have any hyperlink references to it yet because we have to reference the other pages. But what I'm doing is building the template, right? So the template is this, and then we have this div for the ID, content. So all of this content here, where does div open and close? So I'll make sure I know it goes right good, yeah. So all of this thing here that we have for content, taking that out. And the footer, we could put things in the footer here like, contact us. Yeah, we'll come back to this footer after. Let's focus on the fact that we have this content here to fill out. Now, at the start of the page, I want to be able to, well, this is what we have so far, nothing so far, right? The website is empty. But this here will be used as your template. So notice we have all the things that we need. We have the words on top. I should change those words on top. Better. I'm gonna change the image. I'm gonna change the background image. So I'll go into the CSS file and I'm gonna change the background PNG to something else nicer. Cafeteria logo 16 by 9. If I could get something nicer. Yeah, this looks a little better. Save image as. No, I can't save it. I probably need to get to it. Save image as. Please tell me I'll get the JPEG now. Nope, I'm not getting the JPEG. Yeah, let me make sure that your file formats are correct. Stop it. Save image as. Nope, you're not accepting it either. I want the JPEG. Save image as. You don't want to give me the JPEG. I am unhappy. Anybody give me a JPEG now, please? I'm begging. Yes! Alright, good. So we change this. You click main here. Change the main. Let's see what will happen. Refresh. Ooh, it looks a little better. A tad better. Right, so you just get the correct image that you want, and those words, I need to push those words across to the right. Alright, so I'm going to change the H1 here. H1 align right, I should put. We do so. Align right. Text align right. Alright, so let's take the H1 that we have here and put in our text align. Oh no, don't leave me H1. Text align. No, I'll put style equals text align, text align center. No, right. Quotes. I hope that works. HTML, let's just get back to this sometime. Will it align it to the right? No. Semicolon is missing. I knew that. Let's see. Did it align it to the right? No, it didn't. Why is the H1 style not responding? Let's try the H2. Text align right. Nope, it's not moving at all. Alright, so I'll just put the logo and align that right, because I ain't really trying to fight this now. Align picture right. To align the picture right, you want to put in style equals. Oh no, I'll put in a div. Yeah, alright, I hate divs, so let's create a div. Alright, all I'm really trying to do is go all extra and make sure this picture align properly. But text dash align colon right, let me colon. Cool, that's the image there, and then I have to close off this div. That added up there, right? Yeah, looks like it added up. Something wrong inside the div wasn't open. Right, okay, let's try now. Will this push the image to the right? Yes, it pushed the image to the right. Yes. Alright, cool. So I have created my template. I'm leaving it green because I don't care. Right? But we could always go back and change the CSS to change the color to green. But in terms of marks, you have the things that you want to have. Home, about, menu items, so you have navigation. And now we're going to take this file and we're going to duplicate it to create the navigation, to create the files in between, and all we have to do is fill out the content in the middle. So we set up the template, and now we just want to put the content in the correct place, basically. Home, about, menu items, place order, contact. Yeah. Alright, so now to do that, now we're going to go into the folder that we have, and load this folder is named Green Mountain, and you see the index.html, just making copies of that file. Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. Alright, now that we have all the copies, let's give them the names that it's supposed to be. The index.html, that's the main one, we call that home. You should leave that as index.html all the time. Next one, we have an about page, about. Next one you have menu items. Anytime you put things with spaces, put them as underscores when you do the real file name, because when you have spaces, life just doesn't work the way that I want it to when you have spaces. Place underscore order, and then the next one I'm going to name contact. Right. Now, for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm not going to show you everything about HTML, because like you could legit Google it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to organize the home page by putting in some images and showing you how we could put the content in, right? So I'm still on the index.html page, the menu item page, the home page, the about page, the place order page, the contact page. You could put in all that information. The only one I'm going to go into is I'm going to go into the contact page, and I'm going to just put in some random form fields there, right? So in the content here, I want to put in a paragraph, P. Open the paragraph, close one time, and we're going to put in some words and be like, welcome to the school cafeteria page. This shouldn't be a paragraph, this should be a heading, so I'll put it as H1. I'll put this H1. Let me see what will happen here. Alright, welcome to the school cafeteria page. That comes up. Next thing I want to do is per paragraph. P. Right. At this school cafeteria, we want to ensure that you get the best food for your money. Something like that. Right, and you put that in, right? Now, you could go in the CSS and modify how the paragraph is going to look by going into the CSS for the P, content of P, paragraph, right? So you could go inside here, inside the CSS, and change whatever. You could change the color of the words, you could change all that kind of stuff, no? Or you could change the P here. All right, but your CSS file will basically have layouts for what you want the site to look like. That way, when you make one change here, it will reflect on all the other pages. But I'm not going to change anything because I'm going to leave it like this, because I don't have time to go through all of the stylistic changes, because that will take really long. Because this I going to take you a good while. Well, the website part going to take you a good while. So what I want to do now is I want to put in 3 images. So for the 3 images, I'm going to put in 3 divs. When you put 3 divs next to each other, they should space out accordingly on the page. I believe so. Yeah. So div 1 That's div 1. Then I'll copy this just to show you all that I could put a menu up with three images. Right, div 1, div 2, div 3. And for each one, why again this? Did I do something wrong here? Content, each one, P, paragraph. Alright, whatever. Right, good. So we had div 1, div 2, div 3. So I want to put 3 images inside here. So for each div, I'm going to get a source for image. And I'm going to put 3 food items. So square, food, items, images. Wow! They actually give me squares. That's alright. I'll take that. Alright, so they take this one. No, that's shutter stuff. Take this one. No. Any of them looks like a square? I just want to look if I could get this image here. Save image as. Please tell me you'll save it as a JPEG. Yes, we'll save it as an image. Alright, so I'll name this food 1. Save. Then I'll name this one. Save image as food 2. And then I'll name this one here. Save image as food 3. Good. So now I want to put these images one after the other. Going to put it like this. Copying the same code here for the image that I have on top here. Inside the div. Control C. And going in between each div. Put that there. Put that there. Put that there. Alright, everything gonna be 100 by 100 because I want to do that. So I'm gonna name this food 1. Food 2. And food 3. And if I go to my site now, I hope when I save this it will display. What? That's not. Right, so I save there. Oh, okay, now we have a problem. All the divs, they came out one on top the other. So I'm probably going to have to align them to the left. So now put them to align left. So I've taken the same code here, style for the div, Control C, div. So you put the style inside the div. CSS should be able to handle all of this for you, but I don't know if it will work out in your best interest. So let me put left, and then left. Let's see what happened now. They don't align to the left. False. Let's see what it's supposed to look like on the HTML. Alright, let's not try to do the text align. Let's class it as a column. Class equal column. I hope this works. So how come I don't have a class? Oh, okay. We gotta put it in the CSS. Okay. Class equal column. We had to define it in the CSS. Not very ideal, but I really want it. I really need this. Right, class equal column. I'm going to have to define column in CSS. But don't worry, it's not that hard. I'm just making it look hard. But really and truly, I'm just trying to get to your mark. Class equal column. Okay, so I'll save that. Nothing important will happen until I go into the CSS and I put in something for dot column. I'm going to put in dot column. And the attributes for column would be, do they have a column here? No, they don't. Yeah, they don't. Right, so dot column is going to be known as float. Or I could have just put float. Yeah, I think I could have just put float left, you know. But anyhow, this will help you. 33.3%. Let me go on. Alright, let's see if this can change anything. Yay! Alright, so just to explain what has happened there, I created a class called column and I put it in the CSS.column style sheet. So the CSS says that it's supposed to float to the left and be 33% of the width of the, and if I change it to float center, See what will happen there. Maybe it might space out properly. Nope, don't do that. Left it is. Right, good. So I dealt with that. Now, inside of each div, I want to put the I want to put words underneath the text. So I can take back these exact same words here. These exact same divs. And let's create all sorts of new divs for this. So this one class column, but I'm not putting in images anymore, I'm putting in text. So inside the column, I just going to put a paragraph P, and we're going to name this fruitcake. And then for this one, I'm going to put a paragraph P. I'm going to name this chocolate cake. Jeez, this does take long. Yeah. Right, by now you realize that your website gonna take long, but I just doing this to show you some of the things that, well, one of the most basic things that I could do, which is put in some columns and put in your information, because I want this cafeteria website to actually look like, you know, it's doing something very annoying. Databases are way easier. Well, not way easier, but database is easier to do. Something sweet. Alright, so once I do that now, it should give me a lineup of the words right underneath it. So you can see that chocolate cake and that ended up on a chocolate cake, something sweet ended up on a something sweet, fruit cake ended up by sweet fruit cake. I don't like the size, so I'm probably going to change the size to 200 by 200. Let me see how much that will shift things or change things. Yeah, that'll make it a little bigger. So 200 is a good number in this case. Now I promise you will know what to do for your website depending on your design. Click save here. Right. Yeah, right, so that'll be the home page. Wherever I want to put there, I could put images, I could create a grid of images, I could do all sorts of things. You could put in a table if you want. All of those things are things that you learn in HTML, and I am not going to teach you the whole of HTML today. If you learn the HTML, you put it in. Of course, as I said, if your teacher allows you to use like things like Google Sites or WordPress and whatnot, and Elementor and whatnot, you'll be able to put those things in at will very easily. But if you're coding it with HTML, you have to be able to do this kind of stuff, right? What you want to do is you want to make sure that your pages link to each other now. So when you see href here, home is supposed to be index.html. Index. About is supposed to be about.html. Menu item supposed to be menu underscore item.html. Place order should be place. Oh shuck. Place order should be place underscore order.html. And contact should be contact.html. If only I would type it in the correct place. Right, now what will happen is that when I click these hyperlinks here, it's supposed to go to pages. Oh, I need to refresh the page. Oh no. Okay, maybe I don't have to put these slashes. I didn't refresh the page all that time I was trying. Wow, that's really tough. Let's try now. About goes to about. Right, good. It was working before. Sorry, I just didn't click. I didn't save properly. Right, so about goes to about, menu goes to menu, place order. Problem is, I duplicated all the pages already, and I was supposed to duplicate it after I changed the hyperlinks. So now I have to go to all of the pages and change the hyperlinks to this. Alright, this is going to be tough. It's going to be very annoying, but I have to open up each page and change it. Open up about and change it to that. Open up contact, change it to that. Open up menu item, change it to that. Open up place order, change it to that. Alright, cool. So now I could go through all of the pages. Home will take me back to home. About will take me to about. No, it's not. No. Why are you doing that? Oh, I have to go to the index page. Index.html. Right. Let's see. Home. Should click refresh first. Home goes to home. About me. No, this is not the page there. close, close. Right, now open up the index page at HTML in a new tab, right? When I go to about, I'll get to about. When I go back to home, I should get back to home. Did I save these pages? No, I didn't. Contact, save, menu items, save, place order, save. Right, every time I work on a page, you have to remember to save it. It's tough out here in these streets. So let's try. When I'm on the home page, let's go back, right? Home page, home is home. About, will go to about, back to home, yes. Alright, yes, I didn't save the pages properly. Yes, so here once you have this navigation working, all you have to do is fill the content up on all of the pages that you want to put information on. I'm just going to go to the contact page and try to do something with the content, which is insert a form field, just to show you that you could insert a dummy form, right? This is one of the cool things that I could put in. Dummy form. Just on. Right, so let's put in an input tag. Input. No close. Type equal text placeholder equals enter your name. Right, so I just put that in for the contact form because I want you all to see this. So when I go in the contact form, I see enter your name. So you could create a fake form by just putting in an input tag and make it look like people go and fill in the information. And you could mix and match that as much as you want. So you could be like, okay, please enter your name, please enter your address, please enter whatever. And you just line those things up one after the other. Like you could put this over 100 times if you want. You could take the same code, this input tag, create a key, and watch the input page. You'll have enter your name twice, one after the other. If you wanted to go on the next line, you just put a BR, break, and it will go to the next line like that. So what we're really trying to do is I'm just trying to show you, okay, basic things. Home page, you could put pictures. Menu items, you could do the same picture thing, you could put the words underneath, and all you have to do is match up the divs underneath it, and the text will fall right in line with the divs. About will show you the about, menu items, and just inserting pictures and inserting fake forms, that's good enough for you there. And when you're inserting things, just use divs. Use the divs and the column code if you want, which will be the code in the CSS to show that, well, yeah, there's what I'm using for a column, float left. Or if you want, you could create a div and put float left right inside the div, and that will give you the ability to lay out everything neatly. In terms of your colors, you're just going back into the CSS and you're going to update the colors depending on what part of the site that you're working on. So in terms of code, all you need to focus on is getting these things done. Logo, banner, title, navigation, that's your template. I'll show you how to do the template. Navigational features, most links working. Once all those links on top working, you're good. You probably had to put in some like an email link or something like that, but that's just a mail to link, right? Design and layout, appropriate use of font styles and style. So you want to make sure that you space out things clearly. So use a lot of breaks, use a lot of interlines. Make sure the font size is big enough, and that will come from your CSS file. If you're not using CSS, that's okay. You could just you could modify the style inside the tag. But as I said, I really can't teach you the whole of HTML in this. This is just a guide to let you know what they are looking for. And based on what I have there, we have the building blocks for what we are looking for, which is the navigational features, the home page working, the design and layout. That's up to you to make sure that you lay it out properly, and all the other stuff. The mark you should be able to get there. Alright, so the next video is going to be me doing the database. Now when I'm doing the database, I'll do it in Microsoft Access and I'll show you how to lay out everything. Of course, I can't do the whole IA, but I'll just show you the key things that you need to put in that will meet all these requirements here. And then after that, when we get to the documentation, I'll show you how to show the print screens of your website and the print screens of your database inside the document. But that should be it there. I think I made it under less than an hour. And yeah, as you can see, HTML is not something that is just kind of always having here, because I forget HTML really easily, because usually things that you learn really quickly, you forget them very easily too. So it's cool, and I hope this video helped you a little bit. As I said, some teachers may require you to use HTML from scratch. Some people may allow you to use a template. Some people may allow you to use an authoring tool. Whichever one it is, I'm just showing you the HTML one because all the others, in my estimation, are easier to use than this. Okay, so that's the end of this video. I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching the video. I hope it helped you a lot. Remember, there are multiple videos that go through each different part of the IA in details. If you want a particular part that you're looking for, you can check the playlist. The playlist link will be in the bottom here. If you're using the app, you can check in the app and you will see the playlist for it also to show you all the parts that are necessary. If you're looking for quality information technology and computer science classes at the Cape level, you can check us out, makeITsimpleTT at 1-868-308-8799. Or you can check us online at makeITsimpleTT.com/register and use all of our free resources. But if you're looking for a class that has recordings and explanations for every single thing that you need to do in the whole syllabus, you can check us out.